Right, this is Steve from TBFM. I'm talking to Heartbreak Remedy. Hi guys, thanks for taking the time out to interview with us today. Are you on stage going on later on, or have you already been on?
No, we started about 10 o'clock tonight.
Right, okay.
On the Sleeve stage.
On the Sleeve stage, yeah.
Hardcore Superstar.
Right.
So,
okay.
Should be a good night.
Cool.
Good slot.
We'll get over for that. We'll be away from here by then. So, yeah, we never get to see any bands during the day. It's just hanging around here, you know, and everyone thinks, that's great. You've got, you know, passes to go and do this. And yeah, of course it is great. You don't see what you're actually doing. You sit in a dark room for a week. But, yeah. So, what's the band up to at the moment?
Recording and just booking shows for the summer, really.
Right.
Been doing a new album,
okay,
which will be a full-length debut album. We've got 2 EPs out at the moment.
Right.
But yeah, we decided to go in and do an album. Started it in February, and we're looking for May for release.
This coming May?
Yeah.
Right, so not too far off then?
No, I'll finish doing the recording next week, and then mix it, and away we go. Hopefully, first weekend in May we're looking at.
Cool. You going to do a launch gig for it, or something special to launch the album?
It's the Noise Level Critical festival.
Yep.
And we're looking to release it there while we're down playing there. Got a good slot down there. So
yeah. What time are you on at that?
Is it about 5:30, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, it's not a bad slot then. So
just before everybody's too pissed.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a good one. Good slot.
It gives us time to get pissed as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. So what other shows you got coming up during the year?
A lot of festivals more than anything.
Really?
We've got a summer full of festivals up and down the country, which is nice as
well. Yeah. Any standout?
I think Soulfest coming back. Soulfest's a big one, especially in Cumbria.
Okay.
Up that way. Got a couple at the minute. Hi, beautifuls.
It's Dave and Rosie from Fallen Red, just taking photos with us.
Yeah, just a mix. I mean, I can never remember where we're playing or whatever.
Yeah, we've got a few.
I didn't do this to you.
A couple of festivals like Nottinghamware and everything.
Right.
Like
okay.
And as Matty says, up and down the country.
Yeah.
We've been doing an acoustic set up at SOS Festival in
Really?
Manchester.
Yeah.
We did acoustic set Rockmantic in February for Raz. And then we played another one with the Choir Boys last Thursday.
Really?
So it was pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
It was a good night, really good night.
Got some shows with the Burning Crows.
Right.
Coming up. I can never remember who we're playing with.
Well, you've got a pretty active calendar then.
Yeah.
You know, and some good shows as well coming out of it. So that sounds really good.
Hopefully after today we can push on to get a couple more extra gigs.
Yeah, and push for it.
Yeah.
So, and an album, that's a pretty good turnaround for an album, really, from February through to May.
We've got a few long days in the studio recording and everything, but we kind of had, how many songs, maybe about?
It's 15 on the album.
Right. That's 15 in total, or that's 15 that you're recording and you're going to trim it down?
15 that's going to be put out on the on the album.
So it's a big album as well then?
We just have this thing where we like to write. You know, if we ain't playing, we're writing and rehearsing.
Okay.
And we've just got to the point now where, you know, we've released 2 EPs with one with 4 tracks, one with 5.
Yep.
And we just went, right, time to do an album. And we sat down and worked out how many songs we've got without even touching any of the EP stuff.
Okay.
And we had 15, 16.
Really?
So we thought, stuff it, we'll go down, record it, and see what it sounds like. And it's got to the point now where we're that happy with what we've recorded. We just went, let's do a 15-track album.
So you're putting it out in quantity. I mean, even see your EPs, they're not the obligatory 3-track EPs.
No.
4 and 5 tracks is, you know, that's well over half an album for most people, really.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, like, the band started 2 years ago.
Okay.
So and we wrote 3 songs after like 3 days of the band like getting together, sort of thing.
So it's a productive band.
It was a drunken night me and Matty had just out, and we were talking about bands, and me and Matty played in a band for 13 years.
Yep.
Doing mostly covers, and we just says, why not go for a new band? So we started that, and as I say, 2 years down the line we're playing at Hard Rock Hell.
That's pretty good going, yeah.
And as we've said, the first EP came out before our first gig, so we had that for our first gig that we played. Support gig with Enough's Enough in Newcastle.
Okay.
And yeah, as I said, it's just gone on from there. So.
That sounds really good. Sounds like you're really sort of going for it. You know, you're not resting on your laurels. You're going for it, and you're picking up some good stuff on the way. So that's excellent.
Just enjoying it. I think that's the main thing about it. We turn around after every rehearsal or recording session or every gig. Just, you know, sometimes we have good nights and sometimes we have bad ones. Yeah. You know, everybody makes mistakes, but we all turn around and just go, good gig. Let's just keep moving. Everybody happy? Yep. Right. Next show, next rehearsal, whatever. And you know, the two guitarists that we've got, Luke and Colin, they just want to play. And that's the nice thing about it. You phone up and, you know, been offered this. What do you think? Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of good, the way you've got to be these days. You know, you can't pick and choose gigs anymore. You've got to take what's on offer. But from the sounds of it, you're getting offered some pretty good stuff. So, you know,
it's just spending time with a lot of people. You know, over the years we've got to meet people on the scene and stuff like that. And lucky enough, we've kept in touch with everybody. And you know, when we announced that we were starting this band, everybody just came to us and just went, what you got? Yeah. And then the more gigs that we're doing, the more people's coming, and you know, and everything's just building so quick.
That sounds good. I mean, it's like living a dream almost, isn't it? You know, that's what you want it to be when you start a band up and everything. You want to get on the roads sort of fairly quickly and produce some material fairly quickly. A lot of bands kind of have the enthusiasm for the first couple of weeks when they're forming, and then sort of lose momentum. You know, start drifting away a little bit. But you guys sound like you're well on track for. You know.
I think we've got 4 or 5 tracks ready for the next album.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Luke, our guitarist, he's insane with lyrics. Absolutely insane. You know, what he does is he gets an A4 sheet of paper and fills every line on it.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
And he just writes and writes and writes, and then I'll sit and pick through it and make them into verses and choruses and whatever else. But he's just non-stop. And, you know, as I said, up until I think it was the night before we went in the studio, I had another 3 songs sitting ready that I wanted to put on the album. You know,
Christ.
We would have a cut-off at some point.
Yeah, that's right. Well, 15 is a fair cut-off. Yeah, in the old days that was a double album. Yeah.
No, it's going well.
That's good. Right, well, thanks for taking the time to talk with us, guys. No, this has been Steve for TBFM, and these are Heartbreak Remedy. Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers.
We decided to go with Harrowbo instead.
Oh, the rocks were fun.
No. Rocks.